All right, so what I want everyone to do right now is just a moment. It's gonna be a slightly, you know. Okay, so I want everyone to do something right now. Okay, just type your name and location. Okay, let's just do this. Put your name, your location, the name you think I know you with. All right. So I want to identify everyone. The name you think I know you with, your location. If you're in Warri, if you're in Delta State, if you are in Lagos, put in your name and your location. Just type it on the chat. All right. Name you know I know you with. Okay. And one of the things you want to do with me also, okay, is Warri, if you're in Delta State, Lagos. And in case, all right, you can also type in your sponsor who got you started in the business. All right, everyone here is in the business. Okay, who got you started in the business? Because we want to go back to the roots. All right, and okay, your name. Who got you started in the business? Okay, and your location. Just type it on the chat. All right, name you know I know you with. All right, I'm trying to pull up some things. Okay. All right. So starting with the names, I have okay, Ife, you're here. Samuel, you're here from Oyo State. Okay, Mr. Abdul, Mr. Yusufu, you're here. Okay, Emmanuel, you're here. Shei, you're here. All right. Okay, Joel, you're welcome on the call. Jonathan, you're welcome on the call. Okay, okay, all right. Okay. Trilly, who's Trilly? Who's Trilly? Okay, Oyekben. There are some people who've not responded on the chat. Now, when I do this, I know why I'm doing this. If you're not responding on the chat, all right, you're not cutting yourself some favor on this call. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is that I'm learning a new skill of identify everyone. Okay, connecting with everyone on a personal level, because what we're going to do in this coming year is going to be extraordinary. All right, but we need to visit some things. Let's visit some things. Okay, how's this year been? You guys took note. I asked you guys, all right, how many of you came? How many of you are ready with your goals for 2021? All right, you're ready with your goals for 2021. Put in a 2-2 on the chat. The call is supposed to be a simple call, all right? You're ready with your goals for 2021. Put in a 2-2 on the chat. All right. Okay, so the people who's not responding, you don't have your goals. Now I want to ask this question again. I'm going to be asking a series of questions, and I want everyone to take notes. Just take notes. Emmanuel, I want you as much as possible to moderate. Emmanuel and Mr. Chukwuemeka, please help me take the minutes of the call. All right. If you can actually put it on chat, if you can write it down, then put it on chat in intervals, that would be good. But I want you guys, all right. First thing we're going to do is I need everybody to type on the chat. Be aware, all right? Awareness. I need everyone to type on the chat awareness. You can't what you're not aware of. Okay, we need change. I won't ask anybody, do we need change? Yeah, I know we need change. We need to make it, we need to make a certain level of change. I made a certain level of change, all right? Before I got to where I am right now, before I started having the results that I started having right now, before I started building the kind of team I started, before I came to the level of leadership, before I started attaining the level I'm attaining right now, I had a level of awareness to make a change, all right? So one of the things that I'm not going to ask who needs change. Some of you are going to tell me you need a whole lot of change. How many of you know from your trading account alone, from your trading alone, from your trading experience alone, all right? You know you need change. All right, put in a 7-7 on the chart, just 7-7 on the chart. From your trading experience, you know you need change. All right, if you've ever traded, if you had a bad experience, you're still trading, your trading experience, the mirror of your trading experience tells you you need a change. Put in a 7-7-7 in the chat. All right. Now I want to ask this honest question, and I need everyone to be honest. Honest. I don't know if I'm going too fast, but it's recorded, so I don't think I'll go faster than what we can really watch and go back to. I don't know if you know we have results. We've been growing as a team. We've been growing as a company, all right? The kind of result we have week in, week out, from the level of company, from the level of service we do, we ought to be growing as individuals, all right? How many of you know we really have the kind of result for us individually to grow from our system? If you believe we have the kind of result that we need to grow as individual, as an individual in the team, you ought to have the kind of result, right, that resonates with the kind of result that the team is producing, the system is producing, all right? If you believe you need to have that personal growth and results, all right, I need you to type in 5 on the chart. I want you to understand what I just said, because now we're bringing in before you type, understand the question and the answer, all right? It comes from a level of awareness. What you're not aware of, you cannot change, all right? So don't be in a hurry. And this is not a call for you guys to just pump my chart up. You need to understand the cue. I'm bringing in some things here. First, I want to deal with the level of awareness, all right? We have some things to change, but for you to make those changes, you need to be aware. Sometimes you just need to crucify yourself. Sometimes you just need to put yourself in a spot, right? And really put yourself about the decisions you have made that have brought you to this very time. But for you to do that, you need to be aware. I'm aware. I'm aware about what the team needs right now. I'm aware about the score. I'm aware about what I need that brought about this score. All right. And I'm aware what this call is going to do or what it's supposed to do. So if you know that what we have in our system, the I Am Mastery Academy, the Impact 20K Reloaded, following Kendry, following Mr. Obi, following us as a team, all right? It ought to have meant you grown to a certain level of person, trader, business person, entrepreneur, all right? If you believe you should have moved, you should have grown. If you believe you should have grown, all right? 5 again on the chart, okay? If you know anyone who's not on this call that you know you're looking up to or is looking up to you, better call them, all right? Because one of the things I want to do right now is start posting it. Everyone I'm saying that I'm identifying with on this call is going to be on my list of, because there was a call we had about 4 months ago. Bali Torres, and there's something she said, say run with the runners. I think it's about 4 months ago. Run with the runners, all right? There are a lot of people in the business, but they're not in the business. And one of the things I've learned from that I was aware of in this year was we paid attention to so many people that are on the sideline, where a lot of people are on the field, all right? So what I want to do in this coming year is pay attention to people in the field. I'll try my best to get everybody on the field, running and walking, all right? I'll quit paying attention to the sideline. I'd rather recruit and train new people who want to play than walk and pay attention, give energy to people who ought to be playing but are on the sideline. All right. So I'm going to assume after this call, that's one of the things I want to do. I would assume after this call that whoever was supposed to be aware about this call that is not on this call is going to be on the list of pursuit. All right. It's going to be on the list of pursuits. I'm taking that everyone who's here after this information, you're going to be running at the same frequency we are. Is either you're going to be quitting the business or you're going to be running. I'm not going to pet anyone with the kind of result one going proposition of what the business is going to prepare. I'm so excited. I'm so popped up. All right. I'm just looking for some people, a few people who just want to break the boundary. All right. We just want to break that boundary. I don't want to call figures. I don't want to motivate anybody with money. I just want to motivate everyone with results. All right. But we need to start from the level of awareness. If you believe you ought to have results in 2021, have you asked yourself, is a few days before the end of the year, the goals you wrote down for yourself, everything you wanted to achieve, why didn't you get these results? Have you bothered to ask yourself? Now you want to go into this year. Have you figured out why you didn't get the result you ought to get this year? Have you figured out why? I figured it out long ago before I stepped into the year. What was going to make me not get a result? And maybe my goal here on this call is just to make you see part of the things that you shouldn't get into the new year with. Because everybody is going to be expectant. Everybody is going to go into this year full of prayers, aspiration, goals. Yes, we are very good at goals. We are taught how to write goals and pursue goals, but not everybody gets to achieve their goals. All right. I just look back and I see so many people running that ought to have goals, that ought to have results, but they didn't. This call might not be as important to you in the next. Can you guys hear me clearly? Put in a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Yeah, Zoom is doing well right now. I think I can get back to my chats. All right. Okay. All right. So first, a large number of people know our organization are very good at setting goals. We have a very resultful organization. I think my internet is okay. You guys can hear me loud and clear, right? Type in clear on that. You can hear me clearly. Can you hear me clearly? Put in 1 on the chat. Okay, okay, it's coming in slowly. All right, I think I'm. What I'll do is I'll check. Okay, it's coming in now, so I believe I'm clear now. All right. How about now? Am I clear now? Okay, good. So everyone comes into this organization. One of the vital things you learn in this organization is to set your focus on what works. And one of the things that works is not what brought you in the system. A lot of people come into the system to learn how to trade, right? I came into the system to actually learn how to be successful. All right. Maybe that's why my path is different. Maybe that's why I have a different strength. Maybe that's why I have a different psychology. All right. So maybe one of the things you need is a reorientation of the reason you're here. All right. So a lot of people come in here, your major focus, I see activities every day. I see people, your activity, your actions will show, all right, what it is, your mind frame, who you are, the person, your needs, your goals, your desire, your action is going to show them. All right. And 90% of the actions I see from everyone that is connected to me are people who just want to learn the skill. All right. And that's what business is about. We show people how to trade. But most importantly, we have more resources to make you successful. All right. To make you successful. So you want to look back at the year 2020. Some of you, I really want to congratulate everyone who stayed close, who are still fighting despite the ups and downs. All right, we're all in a learning process. All right, in fact, we have the best result ever when it comes to learning. You are, all right. Whether you're on the call, whether you're active or not, I want to say big thank you for you connecting, because guess what? When something doesn't work for you, you stay far away from it. But when something doesn't work and you realize that you need to make you believe in it, all right, that's proof that it's working. That's proof that you're going to do well, all right. But some of the times you don't need to sleep out, all right. We want to look back at the last 12 months, at the last 11 months for every decision, for everyone who's been here. 11 months means the day you joined the business, the day you got started, all right. What it is, can one question you want to write down, all right? I'm not going to ask each individual. One question you want to write down before we move forward is, what did I do right? All right? What did I do right? Don't focus on the things you didn't do well. Okay? You can be aware, but you want to focus on the strength. What did I do right? What information inspired me? All right? What kind of result did I get? What was I supposed, all right, to continue on? What did I do right? I need everyone to type. You can write it down. What did I do right? And you know the first thing I'm going to tell you guys you did right. So you want to go back to the day you got started. All right? Type on the chat, I got started. I need everyone to type it on the chat, because you need to sometimes go back to the beginning. I got started. You see the word beginning? All right? You got in. You begin in. So the first thing you did in this year, so when I say in the last 11 months, right, I'm actually taking it back to the day you got started. You began, all right? The beginning, when it all began. Well, say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. The step you took to get started from a belief in what it is that you signed up for. All right. So one of the things you're going to do well in 2021 is to remember the day you got started. So that's the first thing. Number two thing is why. Why did you get started? All right. So I said you need to focus on the things you did right. Number one thing you did right was to get started. You want to take all of the, you cannot change what you're not aware of. One of the things that is going to burn in you, even when you're making mistakes, even when you're having the hard times, all right, is the day you got started and why. So everybody type why. All right. Why did I get started? What cost me? What pushed me? What situation pushed me? What information got me started? What changed? All right. What it is that brought me here? Okay. We want to address 2021 from a different perspective. Why? Now, every individual is your why is related to you. But the truth is, we have a common why. All right. I can only give you what I have. 2020 was the best year in my years of entrepreneurship. Best result year. Achievement about money. When your level of awareness increases, your wisdom increases. And guess what? You grow. A man's worth is related to his wisdom and knowledge. Your wealth, your worth, your value is related to the level of your wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the times, of the business, of the relationship, of your career, of your education, your level of knowledge. Because when your level of knowledge increases your experience, your experience increases your wisdom. All right. So you want to understand something. Your why is very powerful. Your why. Some of you had a why before 2021. And now when I'm saying some of you had a why before 2020, right? Just take it that when I mentioned the word, some of you are just here in a couple of, you're not here for 12 months, all right? You're not here for even 6 months. Some of you got started last month. But when I mentioned 2020 in relation to 2021, I'm talking about the time, the past, and this present we're moving into, this future we are moving into. All right. So even if I mention 12 months, even if I mention when we got into 29, just take it when you got into the business. All right. I know only a few people are having the kind of result that I'm having in the business right now. Only a few. And many of you in times from this call, all right, my experience will start translating into your own experience by the grace of God. If you believe that, type in I believe. Because that's really the idea for this call. I just, one of the things I prayed today, I said, in 2021, I just want my members to come into a level of consistency and growth in the business, both in trading and in building. All right. That is one of my greatest expectation in 2021. How I can transfer what it is that I've experienced in level of growth in person, in the skill, in business. Let it just transpire. Let it be this. Let it be this transfer. If you can, if I can have 10 people get this kind of energy and what it is that we are doing, if I can get 10 of you to experience it, just 10 out of this number, 10. All right, we're gonna break the nation. We're gonna break Africa. 10 people. All right. 10 people. If in the next 3 months you could just feel you can come to a level of frequency that I operate on. See, there are people that have been in the business for years. They're not in the frequency, but I'm so grateful to God for bringing me here. All right. And I just believe that it's just a transfer of knowledge. It's just a transfer of spirit. If you can just because guess what? Do you know how I feel? How I feel today. I'm so grateful to God. All right. You see where you're seeing me right now. This is my confidence. All right. Maybe I start off from there. 6 months time. All right. The goal for the team is $100,000 in trading. All right. The goal for the year, I'm not going to tell you it's going to be in a million, but I want to match everyone to 6 figures. When I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the route I'm already taking. It doesn't matter what you have, what you don't have, but the goal here is this. I want to show you guys something powerful. All right. Maybe if I go on the route of where you guys are expecting me to come from, you might not understand, but let me come from the root of what is really confident. Look at what has happened in 2020. What lesson did you learn in 2020? Some people still make excuses for their weaknesses. You don't have a choice. All right. For me, I don't think I have a choice. I knew I didn't have a choice, but to get this right. That was the first thing. When I looked at my why I started the business, that I got started. I don't start anything that I feel. I looked at my why. What was my why? All right. The goal when I came into this team, the goal for me, all right, was to learn a skill that will pay me, and I'll be independent on any structure, because I was obsessed about the failures of structures. Right? We've gone into businesses that failed. I saw people who believed in me coming into businesses. They put a whole lot of money and they lost. I got frustrated. All right. And one of the decisions I made, you need to go through things to grow through them. All right. You grow through what you go through. I had to go through that experience. 3 years down the line taught me something. I had to be a Moses. All right. Moses was an Egyptian. He enjoyed the Egypt. So some of you got into business, you're enjoying. Some people are doing it right now. They're enjoying business structures. All right. But they don't understand. They never get to understand what people are going through when people put money into system and the system failed. So I'm taking this to you. You need to know your energy. You need to know what's powering you. You need to know what will make you not give up. You need to know why you started. If you don't have it, then you need to go deep inside and create it. Look deep down. Everybody has a problem to solve. Everybody has a desire. Unless you're not looking deep, unless you're so distracted, you just want to make money. And if you just want to make money, you're not living. All right? Because money is meant to solve a problem. Look for the problem, the money is going to come. Develop the consciousness of the problem more and more, that enough money is going to come to solve. I knew there was a problem for me to solve in my life, in the things I've done. All right? So I knew I was in the Egypt. I made over $100,000 in 2018 in Egypt. 2016, I saw people fail while I was in Egypt. They were serving and they failed. They were consistent, they believed and they failed. All right? Like some people in 2021 are going to do that. So you need to see it from different perspective. See, some of you are just looking at yourself. God said. So see, if you can only understand that you are a force in the universe, you are not meant to be you alone. You're meant to be the world. You are connected to the world. And the more you see the world around you, the more successful you'll be. A lot of people focus on just their problem. A lot of people focus on what it is they are not having. What it is, me, I, myself. All right? When you begin to grow off yourself and you see the needs around you, that's when provision comes. That is when success begins to approach you and say you are capable. All right? So this story I want to share with you, these strategies I want to share with you in my past, that bring business that resonated with my why and has gotten me to level. For the last 2 years has been my best year ever as an adult. Should mean something to you. And it should be something you're going to do in one. The kind of if you're just aware of what it is that you don't need to go live session to be successful. I had to go through Egypt. God started with me being an Egyptian. I was in the throne. I got to the level. I walked my way. See, understand the story of Moses. I'm just going to use the story of Moses. And guess what? This thing I'm sharing with you just dropped in my heart. That is one of the things I believe God for. I was trying to write a script. I planned this meeting 2 weeks ago. And I've been asking God, I know what you want to do. How do I go about it? And guess what? He left it plain. He said, when I'm going to do it, the day I'm going to set, all right, it's going to be, it's going to come. And I've always trusted God all my life. Emmanuel called me yesterday, and the next thing God told me, you're going to have this call tomorrow. And I said, what is this I'm going to share with these people? And he said, and guess what? I'd always trust God. I'd always trust God. I am moving with the one who knows my tomorrow. You need to have that consciousness that you're not alone. what is just, I can feel the energy of what is just dropped in my heart to share with you guys, and I'm so excited. I know. That's why sometimes when we say this meeting is going to transform your life, you guys think we have it all figured out. No, we know God. We know when we say it is going to happen. All right. I know when I said, I knew something that if I have this meeting, everyone who's going to participate in this meeting is going to function on a different level if you only believe. All right. So you see the story of Moses is so significant to what God wants to do in our team in 2021. All right. Before I set you guys the goals that I've set for the team, before you guys bring up your goals, I want you to understand the story. Who was Moses? Sometimes you need to see yourself. You come from a place of humility. You come from a place of God. You come from a place of relevance. But you go through what you go through for a reason. You want to look at the story of Moses. I know some of you know Moses. It's a very popular story in the Bible. Moses comes from a place of humility, from a place of humbleness, poor humble beginning, all right? Like some of you started off, the way you started life, what brought you here, where you're coming from, the need, the desire, you want to relate it to your foundation. You're coming from a place of desire, a place of humble beginning, a place of you really want to, all right? You need this, okay? That was who Moses was. But he never knew this, but just we know the story. So from a place of humble beginning, was set on what? The place of princeship, kingship, to rule. I had access to enjoyment. That was what happened to me. I came from a place, all right, where I had nothing. I was sleeping in the church a couple of years ago. Place of humble beginning, all right. I had a desire. I had a growing in my heart that I want to be someone relevant. God had to take me to Egypt. All right, set me the prince. What was Egypt for me? The experience. I'd always known that this digital technology is my place. All right, so God put me there. But where He started me off from was not the real place, but it looked good. All right, when I started off with ICOs, with investment plan, a lot of people are doing it right now. They are so excited. They are pumped up. All right, and I see so many people getting distracted with those activities. Let me share this with you. All right, unless you are just someone who's temporary. Let me share this with you. I started off struggling, all right? But I can tell you this, within my first 4 months in the business, in this digital technology, I got into the millions, all right? So I know God has destined me for this. I got excited. I went big. I started bringing more people. My first business field, I went into another business. I felt, okay, it was going to get good. But I had this good intention in mind. Just like Moses, even while when they are torturing the Egyptians, he had this feeling that, no, this is not supposed to be. He had this in him, the humble beginning, the humble environment in him, in his genealogy was speaking, even when he was what? In the place of princeship, wrong princeship. Got into so many schemes. Though I was careful bringing into people into the business, but guess what? I don't know what I didn't know. I'm not the owner of the businesses. God was frustrated. People lost a whole lot of money. Why people were losing a whole lot of money? This guy was making a whole lot of money. I got frustrated. I had to shut myself down. Some of you have not made money. And some of you are going to make money. Whether you take this part or you take the other part, you're going to make money. But what's going to really make sense to you is not money. All right? So if you've been here and you just have this problem or just have this challenge, you really want to get to this cash. You really want to get to this cash before now, but you're not getting a hold of it. Trust me, that's not the feeling you're supposed to be having. That's not what you need. Because I've been there. If I can shut myself, a lot of people do it today, they continue. That's what so many businesses do today. But I said no. All right. I said no. I wanted to come into the true structure. I said no. All these businesses, away with them. All right. We've gone through the problem. We've gone through the challenges. In fact, I'll tell you something. All right. A couple of days ago, I got arrested and I slept in the cell for a business of 3 years ago. All right. I got deceived. I just came back from worry. All right. The next day, I took my wife, went to the station. Just normal call. Someone presented a case 3 years ago. And I ended up sleeping in the cell the next day to Zoom. Guess what? It's all cleared out now. But this was why I got started. I know things like this is going to be happening to people. I know a lot of you guys are going to be making mistakes. When you focus on the money, you're going to make a whole lot of mistakes. But someone needs to set it right. Someone. You realize that you can be that someone that can help someone from not making the mistake in the next year, next 2 years, next 5 years. You be the next Google, be the next Netflix, be the next big industry in your life. So I want you guys to read the why. My story is not just a story to motivate you. It comes with something. It comes with something deep. If you want to have the kind of result you want to have in this business, it has to be tied to a why. The blessing is you got started. The reason is, why did you get started? I had a whole lot of money before I came into Forex. So money was not the why. I saw people in mind. A lot of people now think, okay, must I do networking? No, you mustn't do networking. But why do you want to be rich? Why do you want to trade alone and get this whole amount of money? Is it connected to God? The triangle I've always talked about is your triangle of success is 3 things. It needs to be connected to God, all right? It needs to be connected to the universe, and it needs to be connected to people. If your success is connected to God, the universe, how you want to help the environment around you, and people, guess what? It's not about networking. Your why has a deeper factor to the triangle of the universe. God, environment, people. That's something you want to write down. So it's not about making money. Oh, I want to trade alone. If I learn skill, people will join me if they see me making money. Now that's a different perspective. Why would people join you? If you do not have the desire for people to join you in the beginning when you didn't have, guess what? When you have, you not even help people. People are not going to join you. But that's not really what I want to talk about. So the factor about my Moses was, he was there to experience what was happening in Egypt. So when he came back out, he needed to take the people out of Egypt. If you go, I know some of you are Bible scholars here. Some of you know the Bible very well. If you read the account of Moses, he went through hell. He became a different person. He had to be another person that was of God for him to take the people out. And guess what? The law, up to this date, what has started the Christian race before Christ, was the price Moses paid. He's so wealthy. His story is so wealthy. His legacy is so great. His work brought the children to the promise. Now, that's just a story in the Bible. One of the things you want to note, all right? I'm trying to explain the second factor, the why. When I came into the scene and the business, like I said, money was not the picture. I needed to learn the skill that's going to be great, because I knew something that if I learned the skill, I knew that if I learned the skill, I can teach others. And when I can teach others not to put money, that the money you need to put out there, you can grow it yourself, because I was already at that point obsessed with the trading schemes, the banking system. I knew that we can do this thing on our own. So I was obsessed about learning the skill. So one thing you want to write down, whatsoever your why is, I'm not going to ask you your why. From what I'm saying, you need to tie it to something. If your why is not connected to 3 triangles, all right, these triangles, you need to really go back and say, why did I even get started? Why did this person invite me to this business? What got me started? Because these 7 figures we want to match in 2022, 23 for some of you. I don't know how fast it's going to be. But if you become a 7-figure trader by 2023, it's amazing. Embrace it. Think big. Enjoy it. Enjoy the talk. Before I set the goal, before I throw it all out, all right? What you want to step in, you want to back and ask yourself, am I worthy of this success? Am I worthy of this success? All right. Sometimes you need to be, like I said, it's awareness. Awareness brings that change. Some of you have everything in front of you to be that person, but why is it you didn't have the result? You were not aware. You never told yourself the truth. You started you over the last 11 months you've been operating in a different realm of a lie. All right. So I needed to learn the skill to feed the why, because I already knew why I got started. I had an obsession. And my obsession has been driving me for the last 2 years. That's why you can see result tied to it. What you're obsessed about, you're going to possess. What you're not obsessed about is just simple. You're not going to possess. Some of you don't have an obsession. And without obsession in 2021, I can tell you everything I'm going to tell you right now, you're not still going to possess it. You can pay subscription or even pay for elite. Month in, month out, you're not going to get it. All right. Obsession comes from a place of a strong why. So what's your strong why? Take out this night. Really go back. Reflect. Why did I really get started? Why am I in the business? Why do I want to trade? Why do I want to become the 6-figure trader? Why do I want to make this money? If I make $100,000, why? All right. Why? Keep asking your why till you have a factor that anymore. I had you in mind. I know so many people are in Egypt suffering. I know so many people are in slavery. So many people are still going to step into slavery. Someone must set a precedent. Someone must set a standard. Someone must set what? A structure to save. Netflix saved. Google saved. Uber saved. Crypto saved. Every industry is saved. What are you going to save for your life? The life beyond you, the life around you. What are you going to save? We all save something. I'm saving something right now. I Am Mastery Academy is saving something right now. All right. Gary is saving something. Mr. Obi is saving something. Everybody's saving something. What are you going to save? Trading doesn't matter. The skill doesn't matter. A lot of people have learned the skill, but are not here today because they had nothing to save. What are you going to save? Question, just type it down, write it somewhere. These are things you want to reflect. These are things you want to be aware of. These are all the things I realized that was in me when I got started. I needed something to save. I had the consciousness of leadership. All right. I knew what I needed from the business. I knew it wasn't just money. I knew it was independence. I knew that I can sit now. I sit in what am I doing in life today now? All right. There was a time I was moving up and down, but right now it's all playing now that the kind of life I really needed, that I can sit from the comfort of my home. All right. And I can make the money that I desire, that are wrong. See, one thing, success starts from this, right? Don't fight too much to be successful. Just start from this. Look at your expenses. All right. Break it into daily. Begin to push at breaking your what? Expense. Let your income be over your expense. Start from there. You do that over a period of a month too. Guess what? You're going to have enough to spill over. How many of you got what I just shared with you? Success starts from when your income outweighs your expenses. All right? When your income outruns your expenses, look at your daily lifestyle. Look at what you spend in your family. Do you earn money every day that is 10 times more than what you spend? That's when success starts. Refuse to struggle this year we're getting into. Be hungry. 2 things I'm going to tell you need for the year. 2 things. But let's focus on this I'm sharing with you. The story makes sense. All right? The story makes sense. I was aware. I know why I got started. That brought me to something I needed. That was my desire. And I got started with I Am Mastery Academy. And I knew that if I learned this skill, and I knew something, I was aware of something. I was aware that my environment will eventually make me become the person that I wanted to be. Because I knew that if I follow someone who knows the skill and is willing to teach me the skill, if I stay in their environment and avoid my old environment, all right, I'm going to become this person I'm in their environment. I knew about that. So all I needed was change and time. I needed to change the me that I was. The me that got connected to any business that comes in. They contact me. I'm a leader. I needed to change. I needed to cut myself off. All right. I needed to start avoiding some interaction with some old leaders. I knew that change is going to take time. While I'm learning the skill, it's going to always interfere. So I needed to be cutting off. Some of you, you're in this business, but you still live in your old environment. Another nugget here. Be aware of your environment. I'm just going to share this. A lot of things that disturbed you from not achieving the results you were supposed to achieve in 2021, in 2020, are these things I'm sharing with you. Some of you don't have, even if you have a why, you don't know your why. Or even if you know your why, you don't know how your why operates. You are in this business, but you live in your distractions. You live in your doubts, your fears. Your old environment is still telling you, suggesting businesses to you. It's suggesting you. Some of you are still suggesting yourself you have something to fall back to. Come on. Whenever you think of another option, you have failed already. When you start this business, tender your resignation later. That is the kind of belief. This is the kind of business. When you start this business, the kind of consciousness you want to move into 2021 is when you want to tell yourself in the next 6 months, whatsoever job I am doing, guess what? They're even going to take the job from you. All right? Whatsoever job I'm doing, I'm going to tender my resignation later. Write it down in the next 6 months. So that your second option will be cut off. Cut it off from now. All right. So it's a consciousness. I knew that you see my phone, the people I used to know, all the things I've done before, they will play, they will repeat. Life is about recycle because you become what you think, and what you think is as a result of what you've installed in your subconscious over a period of time. They keep playing out. I knew the way I made that money I made, the people that I knew, all right, all the things I've done, they will keep coming at me. In this new environment, I'm going to be subject to my old environment. So one of the things I was aware of was my old environment. What is your old environment that has been pushing you, disturbing you because your fears, your doubts, all of these things that come to you even while you trade are a function of your old environment. You can't do this. Everything from your old environment. One of the things you want to do, list them out. What are those things that fight you from your old environment? What are those things that are pushing you from 2020? What are those things that pushed you from 2020? Guess what? All right. If I want to share my 2018 and 2019, I'll tell you this. All right. I should have, by now, with the kind of skill I have, I should be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right. But guess what happened? Guess what things I was conscious of? I'm not slow and I'm not wary. I knew something. That trading is not going to take care of that. I knew something would. Eventually, I need time. All right. The fears, the losses I've had, the consciousness of the fight that come to me on a daily, the cases in the prison. I don't want to have this again. I got into portfolio trading. All right. And I lost over $5,000. Part of those money were money for clients. And guess what? This whole thing, they kept playing even while I was good at the skill. At the point in time, anytime I lose, this brain keep telling me, there's this fight in my brain when I lose money. All right? I'm always conscious. You know what I did? Consciously, because of who I was, because of what I know, because of what I was aware of, I cut off myself for trading for 8 good months in 2019. For your sake. Because I knew if I don't do that, I'm not going to get over that fear. I needed to master me in the business, stay in the business without this thing. A lot of you people just think I need to trade. No, it's not like that. You need to be successful. Set challenges that you can break. Break your limitation. Be conscious of them. Don't give excuses and begin to break them. I knew that if I kept trading in that period that I made those lots of losses, my old environment keep playing out, and they were bigger. They were so strong. We're talking about huge money here. Talking about huge challenges. If I go into the details with you guys, some of you will not be in the business. But I knew my why. So my why was stronger than the challenges. So what I had to do, I had to make a sacrifice. Some sacrifice you would not make because why? Your excuses are bigger than your why. Paying my subscription cost. I have to tell myself, do I want to do this business? I say, yes. I sat down with my wife. Are we going to do this? I said, what's the challenge you're having right now? I said, I'm not stable in trading. My emotions are playing over me. So what is the one thing that I can need to clear up? I don't know how to trade them. I've always told you guys that. As even if I keep trading them, it's just going to be a deception of my mind. But can I be in the business? Can I be in the environment long enough to ignore that I need to trade? When you guys find alternative, let your alternative lead you to your why rather than your why. I had to find another alternative. I find a way to stay in the business without trading. That wasn't there. Because why? My why was in operation than my excuses. What was an excuse that time? I needed to feed my family. I needed to pay the bills. I needed to trade. It's just like you guys have it. It's just like some of you tell me, I need to trade. I need to have this result. I need to do this. When you are hit with the kind of challenges that I go through, that we have gone through, that my mentors have gone through, what would be what would hold you? These are the things I'm sharing with you. Some of you have experienced them. Some of you are not active in the business because you experienced part of these things I share with you. If you have experienced part of the things I'm sharing with you right now, be honest to type I am on the chat. Some of you are already going through all this. Some of you have already gone through them. Type I am on the chat. Some of you will go through them. In fact, you should go through them to become a better you. Put in I am on the chat. Some of you are already tasting a piece of the pie. All right? You're going to be faced with your environment that's going to keep getting into the way of your trade. You think you already figured it out in trading, but those things keep playing. All right? You're not active in the business because you made some excuses. So settle some. It's already playing. It's already playing. And guess what? The fact that someone is bringing it to you, the fact that you go, I don't have the right to talk to you, all right, if you never got started. But if you got started, I know something that God that brought you apart to join this business is for a reason, all right? Excuse me. And if anything is standing in your way, it's not the business, it's you. It's you. So the strength you need is the awareness of the challenges that are going to come. And when you're aware of those challenges, something is going to, even the challenges you're not aware of, something is going to always remind you whenever they come, right? They cannot come close to my why. They cannot dare. Nothing can dare my why right now. And the more you stay in your why, the more the result comes. There was a time I was excited when I make $20. Just like some of you now, you're on the session, you're doing $50, you're excited. Guess what? Think of the day you're going to make $50,000. All right? I remember the first time I made my first $1,000. I'd already said it in 2019 that I'm so happy and grateful now that I make $1,000 a day. All right? Things started growing. When I made that $1,000, I was excited. All right? I set the goal to make $10,000 in a month. I did that in 3 weeks. I was excited. I was excited in 2021 when I made $100,000. The same way I'm telling you this story right now is how I'm going to tell someone else who's going to be in the business about the same stories, about the same challenges that I was excited when I made $100,000. The challenges are going to be there. As you grow, in fact, the challenges are going to grow. But one thing that will make you stay is your why. Your why, and stay in this environment with your why. The challenges don't matter. But you see, one of the things that the challenges will do, they will take you. Every challenge is meant to cut you off. See, the devil is going about like a roaring, all right? Like a roaring lion. What does a roaring lion do? A lion does not attack what he does not scare. You want to write that down. Every challenge is meant to scare you, not to attack you. Another level of awareness. I knew I was strong. Everything that is coming at me gives me a blessing consciousness. If it's coming at me, it makes me feel strong because I know I'm on the right path. All right? You want to get that. What I said, it's very powerful. Every challenge, see, if it cannot scare you, it cannot attack you. One thing it needs to do is to scare you so that it can attack you. You funded an account. You took the strategies. You practiced it fine. But when you were playing it by yourself, it didn't work out. What it's trying to do is trying to scare you. Tried it again, it repeated itself, scare you. Play a game, keep trying it. If it cannot scare you, it cannot attack you. You know when it really attacks you, when you start having those fears, those doubts, and those doubts start pushing you off the business. And when you fall off the business, what are you going to do? Same old, same old. But this thing you were trying to break, if you had broken it, it will not be same old, same old. It will be a different person. In the next couple of months, you're popping the $100. Next couple of months, you're helping 100 people. In the next couple of years, all right, you're in where you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you play that game with that thing that is trying to scare you, what scared you in 2020? Right, ladies and gentlemen, what scared you in 2020? Can anybody identify one thing that scared you in 2020 in the business? One thing that is scaring you or scared you. Some of you, it had already scared you out. But now that you're listening to this, all right, you want to come to that level of, I should have really done this. All I needed was to stay in. All I needed was to stay in. All I needed was, and all you need is to stay connected and follow instruction. It's still the game changer in the business. Nobody will tell you different. My mentor would tell you different. My coach is not going to tell you different. Anybody I know is not going to tell you different, and I'm not going to tell you different. If you can stay connected long enough to have that result, you're going to be a testimony that is going to inspire many. If you really look at the things you're going to write down right now, it doesn't make sense. That these things are the mountains that stood in your way to have the kind of result Cambridge is having right now. Your subscription, come on, ladies and gentlemen, is the mountain that stood on your way. Some of you is your greed factor. Someone just said my close friends and lost their job. How does that affect your success? You getting into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. You have to see the future in mind. Before I get into the deep strategy, I want to play this all out so that whoever is going to run with this is not going to run off this consciousness. I will never lose this consciousness. I've never lost it. I will never lose it, but I want as many people to have this consciousness before we get into the game player. This consciousness of my why is so big. You know, sometimes when David will talk of your why, your purpose, let your desire be a strong why. You never get to understand how powerful it is, but I'm trying to break it down. I looked at the story, I looked what God just put in my mind, and I said, oh, wow, this is big. This is big. When it's about other people, you can't quit. But when it's about yourself, you make excuses. I can't make excuses for, I cannot make excuses for Mr. Yusuf, Emmanuel, Tina, I can't make excuses for you people because I don't know what God has designed in my life to be a blessing in your future. I cannot fail. That is why I cannot quit. That's why my soul couldn't stand in my way. That's why I could pay 8 months because I saw in people. I saw the eyes that depended on me when they were coming to Trade House. So when I even had the challenges to quit, I couldn't just factor me quit because all I saw was God looking at me. You see, you needed responsibility. You wanted to be a leader. I gave you one. Are you going to fail? I said, no, God, I'm not going to fail. I need the strength. That's all you need sometimes. Just ask for the strength to continue. It might be tough, but you need the strength. Because see what's ahead. Are you ready to see the money? So some of you are so connected to the money. Do you want to know what's ahead of you? All right. All right. Do you want to know what's ahead of you? Who's ready to know what's ahead of you? Let me know on the chat who's ready to know what's ahead of you. You want to know? Let me know on the chat. Some of you already have an idea. You have a glimpse. I want to stretch the next 3 years. I want to stretch the next 3 years for you. All right. I want to look at where you are right now and what it is I'm stretching out for you. What it is I'm stretching out for you. First, let me tell you. All right. We have moved into a different. This is 2020. 2020 is a formation and a completion of a decade and the beginning of a new one. One stands for another, the fresh new decade, the power of the next decade starting from this new year we're entering. All right. So you want to understand something. You're going to be a different you. Extraordinary result. You know, there are some kind of learnings you have had. They're not playing out well the way you want. But guess what? Things will start just aligning a different way. Some things that have happened that you think you're not seeing results. Guess what? There's a move that's going to happen that you're going to start having extraordinary results. But it's all going to come from a level of this consciousness, this awareness that I'm sharing with you. You don't want to play with what I'm sharing with you. No, because it's not by me, it's by the Spirit. So one of the things you want to understand is, where are you right now? And where do you really want to be? What's your goal? Write it down, all right? I know some of you already wrote goals down, but I want you to write these goals in respect to two things. Yeah, you have a personal goal, but I want to set goals that are tied to this business, that are tied to your journey. So two things I want you to write down. I want you to write goals. Where would you be in the next 6 months? Where would you like to be in the next 6 months? Financially. That's your number 2 goal. In this business, what would be that factor that I moved in 6 months? This is what I have. That's just number 2 goal. You know what's the number 1 goal? As much as I really don't want to talk about this, all right, but I just feel strong in my spirit that whoever is going to see this, from the perspective he or she should say it. You're not going to make that money you need to make. This second goal I said, trust me, I feel it in my spirit that a lot of people will not harness the potential of their training if they don't focus on this number 1 thing. Why do you want to make this money? So the triangle, it has to connect to God. It has to connect to our environment, social activity, what you're giving at as you, what the purpose in your environment. Then it has to connect to people. How many lives would you say in the next 6 months have impacted? What will be the mirror of your experience before this time? Now, this is where a lot of people disconnect from this realm. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yes, a lot of people are going to have results in trading, but trust me, the kind of trading I am talking about, there's a sacrifice you need to pay. Because everybody that has had that, see, let me tell you, everybody that had that level of success that I'm looking for in trading paid the sacrifice. Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't you? The ones I know most of you know other people, but let me play mine for you. How much does Matty Pips have in his trading account right now? Type it on the chat. How many of you want to be like Matty Pips? Let me on the chat. Just type 88 on the chat if you want to. At least you want to have the kind of results Matty has. Type in 88 on the chat. All right. Someone else. How many of you have an idea of how much Ivan Cabra has in his trading account? How many of you have the kind of idea Kimberly Torres has in his trading account? How many have the kind of idea, Ness, Millimetres? Name everybody you are learning from right now. Name everybody you're following. Do you guys have an idea what he has in his trading account? I have an idea what Gary Marcin has. Do you have an idea what David has in his trading account? So now I look at the environment that I belong to, the people that I'm copying and pasting, the people that I want to be like, what is in the trading account and how I get there. I'm not seeing who's outside. All right. And now I'll tell you something. Okay, Christian Lopez, I think he's in the 2 million, right? Even Leonardo Diaz. These are people we see every day that will love their experience. I believe you guys love their experience, right? If you love their experience, let me get a 1-1-1 on the chat. So it starts from this is another level of awareness. So one thing I told myself was, what brought them there? What is different between I and them? The me of next year, the me of next 2 years, what is me now and me next 2 years in relation to them? Guess what? They all have one story. It's all connected. Millie said it. Ivan said it. Ness said it. Every person my first mentor, all right, Christopher Derrick, they all said it. You want to learn to serve. They didn't make a whole lot of money because they want to make a whole lot of money. They make a lot of money because they were in the process of serving. Guess what? I was on the Go Live session today, and I plan on playing that. Go Live. Live session. Matty Peeves did. He said he got into the $7 million trading with you and I. The only time he trades is when he's in the Go Live session. Come on. When that touched me, I said, come on. I got it all figured out. Like that alone. So he was conscious to learn the skill to serve you, and in that process, he's become a multi-millionaire. Same with Ness, same with Millie, same with Ivan Cabra, same with Leonardo. These guys, they make money serving you. Why? They had you in mind. That's what brought them into what? The picture. You know them right now because they had you in mind. They always wanted to help other people. I heard the story of Matty the first time, all right? When he got started in the business, following us over a period of time, he started growing a community. He was practicing a strategy with them. He had people in mind. Guess what? Eventually, he started with strategy with the team. Strategy started working out. They invited him. Guess what? He's a trader right now. He's a multiple 7-figure trader. He had people in mind. He became a multiple 7-figure trader serving. He made a whole lot of money in the process. I knew when he hit his first 1 million. Come on. It's not magic. And it was not 2 years ago. He came into this year less than 2 million. Yeah, right? Correct. I think 1-point-something million. And then the time we had the meeting with Gary, yes, Ness showed 4 million. He showed about 1.2 million. Am I correct, Emmanuel? Into this same year. Am I correct? Was it last year or this year? Yeah, it was this year. And within this space of 11 months, grown from, let's just even say 2 to 7. And you're kidding me. Someone is there. Someone is on this chat making excuses. And I want to trade for myself. If I get it right, I'm going to show it. I want to wake up. So two things I want you guys to understand this. Two things that are going to happen in the year 2020. Two goals you need to set is in the next 6 months. This number two goal, all right, is where do I want to be financially? What would be my accolade financially as a trader in the business? Then two, you want to tie these two things, right? You're going to be that goal. How big it is, you're going to be that goal. Some of you are going to have goals of just being stabilized and learning and having results. It's fine. But this level of change from here to there, all right? If you want to have that level, because that's the kind of change I want to have. Presently, right now, I have about close to about $10,000 in my trading account. My goal was to have $10,000 in my trading account by the end of the year, if this year closes. And I know I'm going to do it before the end of the year, right? It's written down on this screen, as you see. Okay. Yeah, I think it's there already. Maybe a couple of bounce out. It's my goal, and I thank God I'm hitting that goal. But now I'm setting another goal that by June next year, by the end of project 529, because still on, guys, it's still on $100,000. I need everyone to type $100,000 in the chat. All right. I may say it's for me, but it can't be for you. It can be for you. Type in $100,000 in the chat. All right. That's the goal in the next 6 months. And I know that this goal is tied to you. Somehow I feel, all right, I'm going to accomplish this goal when I begin to make you guys accomplish your $1,000 goal, your $500 goal, your $100 goal, your $100 daily goal, your $50 daily goal. It's tied to you. So my $100,000 is just going to be smashed by me helping you achieve your next milestone in trading. So that is why the strategies I put in place that I said I'm going to bust you guys with is because of you. How many of you enjoyed me last week? If you had a great experience with us last week, put in $sign on the chat. All right. We had about 98% win last week. I think in the whole week, I only lost 2 trades. And I traded 5 days of the week with you guys. And I told my wife, guess what? I'm no more trading in the dark. I want to start trading with you guys. Just like I heard that the money that Marty has grown was with us. Because you know why? He said he gets more focused and serious. When he said that, I said, this is what me and I just told my wife a few days ago that I think I love trading with these people because it gets me. Because before I would call the trade for you guys, I don't want you to lose your money. I don't want to be over confident with your money. So I'm always careful to call the trade. And because I'm always careful, we're having the right trade. I'm always patient. All right. And that's why we're having the kind of win, patient. So that could help my account grow as much as it could make you smash your goals. Does that make sense? How many of you are excited about this first strategy? You're excited. Let me feel your excitement on the chat. All right, that I want to dedicate my trading sessions, all right, to you guys. So if I'm going to trade on Monday, it's going to be with you guys. If I'm going to trade on Tuesday, it's going to be with you guys. I'm going to trade on Wednesday, it's going to be with you guys. If I'm not trading, I'm not trading. All right. So that way, one of the things we want to see the percentage growth of everyone. I want to start tabulating. I want to start taking results. So when I say we're moving a certain percentage every day on a compound sheet, I'm going to show you guys everyone, even if you start with $1,000, $500, you should see your account grow. So if you're not in that environment, all right, you're not in. You're not in. So because that's one way, if I'm having growth in my account, the one way I know, because I pray that let me have this reflection of my results in the lives of those committed to us. That one way, I know at least the one way I could do that is, okay, when it comes to trading, at least trading that everybody wants to trade, let me reflect me. So when I'm on, they're on. If I make money, they make money. If I lose, they lose. We all stay in that account growth pattern. Percentage loss, we get out. Percentage win, we get out. We do it together over the next 6 months. I believe I'm going to get to the 100,000. I'm going to get you guys, All right, whatever your equity is, you could just stay in this environment. So that's the first strategy. I believe you guys are excited, right? I know you guys should be. So this will cut away a lot of the excuses. At least if you're making excuses that you don't have time in the morning you're going to work, you just know that that excuse is yours, not me. I can't do anything about that, right? That's why the only thing I can do about it is make this amend, make this strategy, tender your resignation later before in 6 months' time so that you can work towards this so that you can have it. So 2 things I said is, 1, how much do you want to make? How much money do you want to make? All right. I just stated mine to you. That's how much I want to get to. I want to see my account just the way I'm seeing my account right now. But I want to see my May or the end of project 529, which is my birthday. All right. I want to see my account in the hundreds of in 6 figures after we draw everything. All right. I want to see it in 6 figures. Then the next thing, and I'm putting that to you. So I said, how many people are you going to impact? So I'm going to see my account in 6 figures because by then some of you will get into the multiple 5 figures. Some of you will get into the multiple 4 figures. All right. Some of you have $100 are going to be so boast. You're going to be so proud that you can pay your subscription and you're so excited learning the skill and you have a community you're earning in the residuals and all right, you're growing into the multiple 5 figures. Some of you are going to outrun me by the grace of God. So the $100,000 is tied to you having results. I wish you guys know how hungry I am to see you guys have results. All right, how hungry. 2 things you want to write down. So I believe you guys got those 2 things I said. You got those 2 things. So what's the number 2 thing I said? Type it on the chat. No, that's not the number 2 thing. That's mine in the number 2. What was the number 2 thing, the 2 goals I wanted you guys to set? Because the truth is, I want you guys to be aware so that you don't let your daily activity outrun your why or your goal. Your goal is very important because your goal reflects your why. All right. You're going to have the desires of your heart. Your desire is that obsessed why. All right, that you think of, what you think of the most every day. I think of this, I think of this. What you're obsessed about, you're going to possess. The number 1 thought is to see you, all right? You guys have results. And because of that, I'm going to grow my account into what? The hundreds of thousands. That's me. That's me. How much money do you want to make? All right, that's number 2. Then 2, how many lives would you have impacted? Would you have impacted? Because it's all tied to. So some of you, you're going to know I said this. Let me tell you something. Before I started this call, I said something, or the Spirit said something to me, that this call is not going to make sense to you now. This call might be so valuable to you, all right, in the next 12 months. Some of you are not going to really understand the value of this call. But when you begin to settle down, some things that are playing in your head, some distractions are cutting off, you're going to really understand the value of this call. I love that, Samuel Lakule. Growth out of service is connected. How much you want to grow financially, but it's going to come out of your service. How many people would you have impacted? So the people you would have impacted, or the people you have in mind that you have. So Cambridge is saying right now he's going to dedicate his time to trading. You know what that means for you? You can tell anybody when it comes to trading, I have a mentor, all right? He's having results. Every morning comes live and he's trading. So that could be the reason you join the business. That could be a reason you tell someone. Some people have had challenges because they were left to learn this skill and make money. I want to draw close right now is, okay, let me be this mirror that at least I'm doing it every day, unless at the times I'm not trading. So if I'm not trading and you're not getting it, don't say he said it, he was going to trade. If you just know that if I'm not on, all right, I'd already discussed this with myself. I discussed it with my wife. I think I feel better trading live. All right, so I'm going to trade live. I want to commit. And I heard it today from my mentor. It's a signal that this is really what God wants me to do. So I'm telling you guys now, okay, I want to start trading with you. In fact, this is going to precede Mo Trade Club. It's a vision I'd always have. All right. Because when we get into the hundreds of thousands, and some of you have 10,000 in your trading account, we're going to get into the Mo Trade Club. It's an elite group, all right, of traders that I'm going to dedicate time. We're trading together, and 10% of what we make, we're giving back to society. Things are up. Yo, why? You see, these things are coming up plain because there's a blueprint of what's bigger than what we're here for. Okay, you guys are going to be, we are made for 2023, we're billionaires. All right, we're billionaires in 2023 in dollars. Take this from me. You hear it today, I said it. All right, mark this date. Some of you that are listening to me, you're just going to look back and you say, Kenry said this thing, and I heard and I took it just like a prophecy. You're going to be a billionaire. All right, we're billionaires. The blueprint is already out. If you get in, if between now and May you get into the tens of thousands, just know you're a billionaire by the year 2023. All right. So money is not the factor. Just get this goal done. Do whatever it's going to take you to get this goal done. If your subscription clears, borrow money, whatever you need to do. Starve yourself, sell a car, sell a house. Do whatever you need to do to be in this business. All right. To get this next goal I shared with you down, get it sorted. If you can, you're going to be a billionaire in 2023. So some heard, some take, some heard, some go think. All right. The next thing in the play is this. All right. So I said I was going to share with you two things. All right. This can be done when you have two things in mind. You want to look at presently where you are, the result you've had, the challenges you've had, and one of the things you want to invest in your thought is anger. Be angry at where you are right now. Anger that comes out of obsession produces results. So I was angry about what was happening. I was angry about how the Egyptians are treating the Israelites. I was angry about how the schemes were treating the people. I was obsessed about learning the skill. And guess what? The result came. 2 years later, now I'm someone who's earning hundreds of dollars on a daily basis. All right. And a few months later, I'm going to be someone who's earning thousands of dollars on a daily basis. But a couple of years later, I'm going to be someone who's earning the millions of dollars on a daily basis. Anger that comes out of obsession produces results. So you want to match your anger and your obsession. I am angry about the fact that they keep telling me this information. I keep making excuses. I refuse to make excuses. I'll do whatever it is to get this result. In fact, I am one person that would get this result. All right? That is anger. I'm angry about the fact that if I look at my bank account, I don't even have 100,000 there. It's a shame on me that I don't have, at this my age, I don't have 100,000 to play with. If I want to buy a pair of shoes, I need to save for it. If I want to pay my house rent, I need to go borrow from a brother. Just think of things you need to be angry of right now. I'm in debt. Think of it. Allow yourself to think and be angry because the solution is in front of you. When you are angry, add obsession about the solution, you're going to produce results. And the next thing you need is hunger. You need to be hungry. So I've created a sense of hunger in this environment right now. See $1,000 as something you earn every day. Be hungry for it. See $100 as something you earn every day, because guess what? When you begin to earn $100, you make $3,000 in 30 days. Just $100 is $3,000 in 30 days. Begin to visualize this. Be hungry. Be that person that's going to attract $100 into your trading account every day. And you do that the next month, you're going to get the $10,000 mark. You do that next, be hungry for this consistent level of growth. It's not magic, it's possible. The only thing you're going to fight with is the old environment that will keep pushing your why. You see that lion, roaring lion that will push you away from the head so that they can attack you. They will keep coming at these things I'm sharing with you. They came at me. They are still coming at me. But guess what? I keep coming out, staying in the herd, staying in the environment, keep connecting with Mr. Obi. I stay in the environment because I know the more I stay in the herd, the lion cannot, the noise doesn't matter. The greed don't come in, the fear don't come in, the doubt they come, they come into my head. I can think them, but guess what? I don't process them. It doesn't matter. When they come, push it. All right, push it out. That's where your why plays. So don't say because I'm saying this, you're writing it down, it's going to just happen. No, you're gonna fight your way through it. You're going to fight your way through these things I'm sharing with you because I am doing my part by fighting it. That is why I can come back with some testimony and inspire you guys. But guess what? I'm not meant to inspire you. I'm meant to share what it is going to make you stay dedicated. You need dedication for this goal to be achieved. So anger, reflect on your present state, what it is you can't do right now that you thought or you know you should be doing. Right? Begin to name them out that by this time next year, I will not be in this level. I refuse. And I'm going to do whatsoever it takes. I'm going to hear whatsoever words. I'm going to go on personal development. If they say, go read this book, I'm going to read this book. I'm going to change this mind because I know if I change this mind, I'm going to change what I have in my hands. That is what it is. All right. Then you need hunger. Create a sense of hunger to make $100, $500. All right. Share the business with people. Because if you don't share the business with people, you're not going to impact lives. And if you don't impact lives, this thing is going to go away. All right. I refuse to struggle. So that is that. The next strategy I'm putting in line is, as a business, we need to bring something back. All right. So one of the things that is going to get people to see our result is when we have trading sessions that we see live and we demonstrate with them to make them join the business. How many of you are excited? How many of you think we can do that? All right. We want to show people our results. We want to show people what it is we're doing. So we're going to bring everybody we know a certain time for us to present the business and also demonstrate live trading with them. How many of you think that's a good idea? All right. All right. Type in 777 in the chat. So we have presentation, testimony, and practical. Okay. It's something I do before, but I've never really done it in the HFX. I do it in Forex, but we don't really get result in Forex because the trades we call don't trigger on time. All right. So now I want to do it in HFX because now if we do it in HFX, immediately they'll get result. All right. And when they get result, it's like telling them to go bring money so that you join the community because we're going to be sharing our testimony with them because we're documenting our testimony. And when we come on the session, everybody's sharing the testimony. I made 5% today. And how did you make 5%? We're going into the market. We see any good idea, we trade it. All right. And practically, boom, we send this. And we do this every day in project 5 to 9 as a team, not as a global one. We're going to have one as a team. What do you guys feel about this? You know, on the chat. So I'm going to sort the side of a lot of you people still call me. I think we should have this. People want to see the practical. I want to sort. That's why I said I'm hungry about me. See, I'm cutting out the deal here, right? I'm taking away every form of excuses you would ever make for yourself for sharing this business with someone. Because if you came into a session and you tell someone just download the live account, or tell someone fund a $20 account, just come on this session. We make money together. All right, and I'm going to do it in a way. All right, I'll take the value so out. I'll just give them the piece. Maybe one trade or two trade or a good idea that will come back. Because sometimes we might not see it perfect because of the way we trade now. We might not see it perfect. And I don't want to call it trade the same way I want to trade, the same way I'm going to call it. All right. So if we don't see it, we might send an idea. All right. Because these people are in our groups who took the trade and we send it out. Oh, this trade I just called. We need to, another thing, this thing is not make sense when you participate. So our service level, I want to increase it. I want to serve like never before in this coming year because I want to have many people get result. I want to have 10 people who would come into what multiple tens of thousands, 10 people by May next year. All right, that's my goal. That's my goal. And these 10 people are going to have other people in their network that they've also, through this service, made results. I want to be so deliberate this year. All right. So these are the few things. These are the few things I have in my mind by the Spirit of God. I wanted to share with you guys. I know by the grace of God, you guys are excited, but it all boils down to two things. You need to be angry and hungry to have this success. And there's a cliche that is tied to something. I don't know any kind of success you want to have, but some of you are going to have extraordinary success, low level, high level, whatsoever it is. But let me tell you this, the kind of success you want to have as a team is tied to two things. You want to have this goal of how much you want to earn tied to the service you're giving. All right. So be service minded. So don't come, see, if I see you're not pursuing my vision, all right, I'm going to give less of an ear to you. That's fact. I made that decision and nothing is going to change that. If you're not running with my vision, all right, then I cannot be a slave to you. I want to serve, not be a slave. And I want people who serve the vision with me because you guys have the capacity, all right? And I'm going to do it and I have the blessings of my mentor and I know we're going to go big. All right. So I'm going to leave you guys, share with me what it is you think about the idea, what I've shared with you guys, what inspiration you got from this call. All right. How inspired you are. I need you to share with me right now as we bring this call to a close. If you have any suggestion, you can actually put it out. So I'm thinking of when we're going to have the call every day between the hours of 1 and 4. All right. I'm going to get down to my technical leaders and I'll post that out already. I'm designing the flyer, for our Get Paid session. So our session is called Get Paid Session. Have you guys been getting paid? All right. Yeah, actually get paid. Have you guys been getting paid? So Get Paid session is going to be happening every morning. Sometimes I'm going to extend it to the afternoon. All right. We're going to be busy this coming year. So share what it is. Share what it is you've taken out of this call, your inspiration. Share with me what it is you're going to be dedicated to doing. All right. And if you have any suggestion, you can just let it out. So I'm going to open the mic for everyone who wants to speak. You can just let me know on chat if you want to share anything. All right. You can just unmute yourself and share. Let me know before you unmute yourself. Okay. Thank you everyone for being on the call. I appreciate you guys. Over to you guys. Let me see the chat rolling. Share what it is that you took out from the call, your inspiration, what it is you got, what it is that you're going to change about you. Let it all out, all right? Be aware about it for you to change it, okay? Be aware, okay? Be aware. So those nuggets, share with me because guess what? I learned from you. I'm going to go back. Everything I've shared with you, I've never printed it out. I know if I go back to listen to what I did that I shared with you, I know God is speaking to me and has spoken through me, all right? And we learn from each other, okay? That's because I have you in mind. I want to be very honest with you. Sometimes I go back to my YouTube page and I look at myself. Is this really you, Kendrick? And all I just see is the work of God because why? I had you in mind. So I grow because you are here. If only you know that if you can have that consciousness to serve people, there is a higher power that fills you with wisdom, knowledge, and capacity to lead. All right. And when you lead, you give value, and as a result of the value you give in life, not as a result of the skill you have. Okay. So share. Okay. Share. I'm going to call a couple of people. Let me get what you think about what it is we shared. I'm going to start with my humble friend. I think he's the oldest with me here. All right, yeah. Mr. Yusufu. Okay. I need to share with me what is it you think. Make it short, all right? You can unmute yourself, share what you think about and what you're taking up.
Excellent evening, sir. Excellent evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Well, we have to give thanks to God for giving us the opportunity to be part of the community and the vision that has just been unfolded. And we are super excited that the coming year, the vision is clear and being laid out, and I know for sure that it's done. Going by what you just said now, the test run was just done last week, and everybody had a fantastic week. So if you continue that way and stay connected and follow instruction, I think it's an underestimation that we'll be having $100,000 in the next 6 months. So I think the best I could say is we thank the Almighty for giving us this inspiration, and pray He keeps us connected, and we follow instruction, because it's one thing is for us to be gathered and you do what you feel you want to do on your own, because you are not there with anybody. But you may be on, but if person decide to walk the way he wants to walk, I think it's not your fault. So I just pray that you follow instruction, because it's a very difficult thing to do, to follow instruction. So we thank God for the opportunity, and we are super excited that the future has given us, we are able to acquire the best of the future, because it's already laid out. So thank you very much for this opportunity. And what I promise is, which we know, we have got to understand the service. We have to up our game in service, serve people, and have that love and gratitude. So with that, everything that you ever desire will come looking for you. So that is, I promise to up my game in service and ensure that I achieve all my expected desired goals. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to go to my humble friend, Emmanuel. What do you think? How are you feeling? What's up? Talk to me. Talk to us.
Excellent evening, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
No words, boss. All I would say is this, sir. I sincerely want to appreciate you, sir. Your selfless attitude to this community is second to none. Um, all I've been seeing so far is the willingness to just serve, the willingness to serve, just to make sure this community goes. I really appreciate you, sir. And I'm trusting God that because you've decided to help others get the desires of their heart, the Lord God will also help you get yours, sir. I'm really excited. I'm humbled. I'm grateful to God that I'm a part of this community, that I'm under your mentorship. And I feel everyone on the chat, I believe everyone on this call will definitely utilize this opportunity. I've, there's no bus stop for me. As far as I'm concerned, this is my last bus stop. I am Mastery Academy is it. Whatever I'm experiencing now is just it's just one of those things. This is the reason, sir. And I really want to share with everyone on the call, especially those that have actually for some months decided not to do anything. So I really appreciate the fact that mentors like Sagai Kotmak-Swing, Dr. Luke, David Imonite, they get to tell us that, okay, at social point of their life, they had the challenges we are having now. It gives me this sense of belonging. Like, okay, I'm experiencing what Sagari experienced at some point. Definitely, it's only a matter of time before I become the way he is. That's the driving force. That's it. That's the driving force. And I really want to just suggest to every one of us, let's up our game. Let's up our game. When you want to talk about impact, see, I've read books and I've come to understand that even God's purpose for mankind, the vision God gives to everyone individually is that you serve humanity one way or the other in a distinct manner. It's God's purpose. When he said in his word, he said, go to the world, be fruitful and multiply. He wasn't basically talking about giving birth to kids. No, you become fruitful by basically impacting lives. Leave this world, leave this earth, and let people understand that, man, this is this person's significance. This is how this person was significant. So I really want to just appeal to every one of us. Let's up the game. Trading no longer seems to be a challenge. Just as the master trader saying he will be trading with us live. It's an opportunity we have on this platform. It's an opportunity. So let's do our own best. Let's get people on the call. Let's just show them this opportunity. It doesn't take a thing from us. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity. Over
All
to you, sir.
right. You're welcome. I also want to hear from my good friend, Chukwemeka. You on? Are you on? Are you on?
Hello, Mr. Kenry.
Yeah.
Hey.
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Sorry. Okay. What I sorry, I was a little engaged with something. I had to just address something, so I didn't get exactly what the question is. You want me to do what? You want me to say something?
Yeah, okay. I said, what is this? I actually asked people, what is it that you got from this call? What's your inspiration? And what do you think you really got that is going to push you into the next action point for 2021?
Well, I'm the right now I can't say so much, honestly. I can't say so much because while I was doing this, I was also trying to do something else at the same time. So I was just a little caught up with stuff. But here's my take. You know, you told us about some of the things you actually experienced in the past, and some of these things are probably what many are actually going through at this moment. And well, you're actually at a point where you're getting some good results. And that's the same thing you've actually told us that if you stay committed, stay consistent, that definitely you would actually have a desired result. So this is, you also said something that the best thing that we actually, or one good thing that we actually did was having started with I am. And that's just the truth for me. I mean, the one right thing that we did was actually starting out. And even though many at the moment may not have seen all of the results or some or all that they wanted to see, but we know, I believe that we will get there, staying committed, staying consistent, focused at it, working at it, that eventually we would actually have that outcome, that result. So um, I think it's a good one for us to have actually had this talk. It's a good one to have heard you, inspire us in this way. And yeah, an opportunity also to sit back and then probably look at some things that maybe we haven't done right and clearly reposition for 2021. So I appreciate the whole experience. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. All right. I think maybe not the last, but I also want to hear from Promise. You had an amazing result last week. And what it is you're taking from this call, and what it is you plan on doing for 2021.
Good day, Mr. Kevin, and good everyone on this call. Last week was an amazing week for me. When I met Mr. Kevin, as if I met my own salvation, business-wise. I won't lie. He knew the mindset. Even Jimmy was there when I appeared and met Kevin on the first day. It was really a salvation for me. yes, trading has really been an awesome experience. I know how much I invested in learning trading. I invested almost 200,000 just to learn, not even investment. And when I met Kevin, I actually came for mentorship because I started trading with $1,000 without mentorship, and I knew what happened to me. It wasn't easy. You understand? Even your statement, what you made, you said, if it cannot scare you, it cannot attack you. I was scared. I've been scared in this market. You understand? I made a lot of losses in this market. But when I met Kenvey through his mentorship program, that's really been amazing for me. That's really, really been amazing for me. I've seen diverse percentage growth, not only my account growing, but me growing, me becoming stronger and stronger and stronger every day. Ever since I met Kevin, I've not done demo. I don't do trade on demo again. I go into life with my money and everything. I'm ready to take the losses. I'm ready to take the wins and the gains. And really, it has been tremendous for me. Week ago, I can't go into if I start there. I had $15 with $201 trading with our mentor Kevin Moore, and on my own using his own strategy, I made over $50 trading on my own too. So it has really been amazing trading under your mentorship, training under this program, being part of this family has been a blessing. I won't lie, it has been a blessing. I made up my mind 100% that I'm going to stick to this program, follow the instructions, serve, and follow through. I made up my mind. I'm in, and I'm in. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you
Awesome.
very much.
All right, just stay right on that testimony. I know some of you are here. Muskoli, I know I see you. I think the names I know. Samuel Lakunle, right? I want to see more of you. Joel, thanks for the amazing work you're doing. Ifeoluwa, I want to see more of you. One of the things I want to say to everyone who's here, okay, there comes a level of sacrifice you need to pay. I'm always saying that. There comes a level of sacrifice. If you see what it is we are going into, you don't want to be left behind. All right. I am going to serve, not be a slave. And I'm going to screen this community tightly. I am going to screen it so tightly because I want to purge out every of the energy. See, don't come to me. Don't come into this community. Let me tell you, I know why God put this whole story of Moses for a reason. Even when Moses took these people out of the promised land, guess what? There were doubters that came in. There were those that were questioning the hand of God, despite all of the miracles, despite the cord of the Red Sea. Some of you now are saying you're making money, but sometimes you're going to go through the challenges, and the next thing you think, oh, why did I make this decision? It's going to come, all right? So one of the things, rather than, and a lot of the children of Israel didn't get into the promised land. So despite we have this goal, not everyone is going to get in. So I wanted from the beginning identify these people that does not have the potential to get in and cut them off. So one of the things I don't be off. Stay in the community, stay connected. Do whatever it takes for you to get connected. We have a trading community. Do whatever it takes to be in there, to experience that which. Experience it till you experience it. Guess what? Not when you're in will you will experience it. You will experience it, all right, when you are in. I mean, if you got that. It's too different. You will not experience it when you get in. All right? It's not when you get in that you would experience it. You would experience it when you get in. So it's not about I registered, Impact 20K Reloaded, and I'll start having experience. No, when you register, all right, and you get into Impact 20K Reloaded, you get in, try to be in, participate, get this right level of expectation. Tell yourself, I will get this result, and you will get the result. Because the result is all out there. Marty keeps posting his result every week, but some people keep coming. They are making losses with Marty. While some are coming, they are growing their account. Who are you going to be? You don't expect what you're doing about what you expect, right? So try to stay connected. That's what I can tell everyone. I'm going to keep it deaf here. As much going on this, I want it on this frequency. If you're running with me, I'll pay attention. But if you're not running with me, if you're not hearing me, just know you're not in my frequency. Catch up. Catch up, because the truth is, for us to have this level of growth, we need to have a level of mindset. All right. And we need to be together on this mindset. Be in on the call. If you're saying we're having a call by 1 p.m., make a dedication to get 10 people on that call. Because guess what? Who are we going to share the testimony with? You guys that are having the testimony? No, the people who don't know what we have. Get 10 people on the call. All right. Get your people. Live for this. Just tell yourself, what did I live for in 2021? Did I really live for this? Live for this. Just live for this. That's one of the things I'm going to close this call with. Live for this. Live for it in 2021. All right. I appreciate everyone for being here. It's going to be a recorded call. It's already public. You can go over this. Send it to your members that were not here. Send it to your members that were not here. Get them. What do you think about this? All right. Are you ready to run? Get your subscription on. Get on the Impact 20K Reloaded, because that will be my means of communication. If I've ever been communicating on WhatsApp group, is that I'm just trying to get you connected, get you hungry. But guess what? Moving into 2021 is not going to be the same. All right. Everybody who's not connected right now, the first thing you want to do as an obligation to this leadership is make sure your subscription is on. All right. Between now and next week. God bless you all. I love you. Bye-bye.